Hello y'all, my name is Carla Cavender, and today I'm going to talk to you about healthy brownies. Many of us, we look in the mirror some days and we're like, wow, we should have worked out, but we just love sweets too much. That happened to me when I went to college until I found my passion in nutrition. So I wanted to find healthy ways to make the things people love every day. So first off, we have different ingredients measured out here. And we have about 3/4 cup cocoa powder. We're going to add that into this big bowl. And then we have already a mixture made of flour, 2 cups of flour. And then we have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda, all combined already. So we're just going to put that in here. And it helps sometimes if you measure out the ingredients and have everything set up ahead of time. It makes the process a lot easier. Over here we have a 13 by 9 inch pan. It's very important that you grease it. None of us like to be scraping off all the goodies at the end of the day. That makes for a hard process. You can use this, which is a squirt butter, or you can use a different kind of grease that works as well. All of it depends on how healthy you want to be or what richness you want. Over here we have 3/4 cup of oil. So we're just going to pour that in here and add that to our dry mixture. We also are going to need to add 2 eggs. There are healthier alternatives to oil if you want to use. You can use organic butter. You can use yogurt. There's many different options to cut those calories and unwanted pounds. Now once we have everything combined, we're going to slowly mix this up. We want to make sure that we do a very good mixing job, because ain't none of us like to bite into a big crunchy ball in the middle of our treat. That is really unsatisfying. So if you take this, if you want to take a look, you mix it up. You want to make sure that you get all the flour combined and everything in a nice brown, thick mixture. Now while you're mixing this up, you don't want to forget to go preheat the oven. That is one of the most important parts, because you don't want to be sitting here with all your mixture and being, well, I can't bake it yet. So if you go over to the oven, make sure you turn it on to 325. That's very important. You don't want burnt, crispy brownies if you go too high. But you want those gooey fudge-like brownies. So here we are stirring it. Anna Thomas made a very good point when it comes to eating. She said, we all eat. It would be sad opportunity for us to, if we didn't eat healthy. I think that is a very, very valid point. But at the same time, nobody wants to give up the goodies. That's the favorite part of the meal. Now that we have our combined flour and everything, we're going to come over here and we're going to put it in the pan just like that. That's very good. Scrape out all the little bits, because nobody wants to lose a lost brownie. Now you're going to evenly spread it across the bottom of the pan. Make sure you get all the corners. You don't want it to burn on the edges either, so don't spread it out too thin. Now that that's done, you're going to take this over to the oven, and it looks pretty good. So you're going to put it in the oven, just like that. Now you're going to let it sit, and it's going to bake for about 21 to 23 minutes for a 13 by 9. If you decide to use a smaller pan, you can also use a 9 by 9 or an 8 by 8, but it's going to be thicker, so you're going to have to let it bake for a longer period of time. Now that once those are done, it's going to start smelling very scrumptious around here, and they're all healthier alternatives for preparing it. If you want, you can use frozen yogurt to go on the side of it, or maybe just fresh fruit is what you like. Also, whipped cream is a lot better. There are multiple opportunities, but it's very simple, as you can see. So I'm glad you came and listened to my speech about